Time to do some sketchy shit. Doo-dah, doo-dah. Hope I get away with it. Oh, da doo-dah day.
Hi, folks. I'm Dan Hollifield. Welcome to Stupid O'Clock. Almost said the name of the other show. Joe Dog is once again not with us tonight. We're hoping for his eventual return to health. We just got the news that our friend Lewis Lee is in the hospital. We're praying for him too. And instead of making smart ass remarks about the health of either one of my very good friends, I'm just going to say we got Joe Bachman with us tonight. We got John Scarborough on ops. We've got Dawn, and we've got Uncle Carl. So we are doing good so far.
Is Donna coming on the show? Oh, there. I've got to.
Oh,
nice
screenshot.
I gotta get one of those and the armchair rocket science. I want to get the teal blue worm sign.
Not the rocket science underwear.
No.
No. Anything.
My rocket launches just fine with the underwear that I have.
Wow.
Anything that reads, "I got a rocket in my pocket across the back," I'm not going to wear.
Besides which, Joe picked out the underwear that I'll tell you something. So,
And not this Joe.
no.
We're just going to get that straight right now.
Okay.
Well, we
I want to tell everybody
God, nip that lawsuit in the bud right now.
we hope Joe.
I'm not intimidating skunk. I have a sinus headache that's really, really bad. I've been taking Sudafed, and I haven't slept in 36 hours. I've been staring at a computer screen for the last 36 hours, and I just turned on all these lights to make the green screen work. And I suddenly realized my eyes hurt. So,
Understandable after all that.
no kidding.
Yeah, we've been having sinus issues here back and forth.
Oh,
the whole week it's been crazy.
Yeah, it's a balmy 10 degrees outside right now.
Yeah,
with a wind chill factor of about 150.
1
That's
degree
my
for Dawn.
Huh?
1
Yeah, I'm
degree
showing
for
you
Dawn.
my temperature. I could be using the next finger, but I'll just show you my current temp.
If it's that cold, go ahead and use the other finger.
that's cool. We're warmer here.
1 degree outside.
Let's see. According to the corner of my computer, the temperature is upcoming earnings.
Oh,
Okay.
That is.
where's our conversion specialist Zach on this?
I don't know, but I wish he'd take his damn weather back. Oh wait, he's supposed to be headed for Florida right now.
Yeah,
isn't he?
it's so cold in Canada. He's going someplace with sunshine.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be cold there, I think.
Don't blame him a bit.
That's serving right.
Oh, he just. Okay, this is the basic one.
I put a banner in on Thursday's show.
Oh,
should be
okay.
down there at the bottom.
That's one you did.
Yeah.
About 3 up from the bottom.
Should be the last one actually.
Oh, you got the ticker. Okay, I was just about to change the other one to a
There
ticker.
we go. Yes, the one.
Here we go. Yeah, anybody that we can't see their name because they're on Facebook, please click this link. Well, not on this screen, but go to this link and give StreamYard permission to use
you know who I
your
think
name.
that is? I think that's Sean, Iron Man Sean.
Oh, okay.
I think
That'd be
because
great.
I think he's the only one that says hello, HallowCon.
Could be.
Well, that's how he'd know us. So
Yeah.
we'll find out in a minute. They'll tell us who they really are and where they're from. And to quote Joe McKeel, and how the hell did you wind up on this show?
That's a long story. Started off with a road trip.
Have you ever been to Tybee Island, Georgia, right outside Savannah?
No, but I've got a very good friend from college who was there. His family lives there.
Back when it was a 1940s and 50s tourist trap, this little Chinese guy went in, started a tourist store, selling all sorts of beach stuff, beach towels, sunglasses, beach chairs, umbrellas, suntan lotion. And he got so popular, he moved into another bigger building, but he kept the original store open. And then that one, the new bigger one, got so popular, he moved into another bigger store. He has 3 of these tourist trap stores down there. And the big one is 2 stories. Reminds me of an old Woolworths. There's just something about the layout. But I went into one of his smaller stores, and they had sunglasses on. They were end of the season. They had their sunglasses on sale, 2 for $5.
Ooh.
I got to looking, and they were not cheap sunglasses.
CZ Top would not approve.
And one of the things I always look for when I buy sunglasses is the flexible frames with the springy things in them. And I've got 2 sets of these. I've got a black set I keep out in the truck, and I got this set that's blue. But
I look like a bug now.
Help me!
Now?
It's-
I told you guys I was snarky tonight, so
I'm just wondering how John hasn't gotten drafted to be a voice actor on something already.
Could happen.
Maybe
Yeah, I
take
used to have a sister-in-law.
Look at Alan Rickman.
Yeah.
He didn't start acting until he was 42,
Mm-hmm.
something like that. Can't remember.
Yeah, I used to have a sister-in-law who always bought the most expensive sunglasses she could, and she would break them within the week. And I'm like,
My sister Jennifer,
waste.
one of her first jobs in high school was working at Hamilton Place Mall. She worked at the Sunglass Hut,
Mm-hmm.
and she can tell you all about stupid people in sunglasses.
Speaking of stupid people,
Wow.
and
Actually, that is
Sean, by the way.
that does happen. I know
That
it's
does
a
happen.
fact.
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to be taking care of yourself, Joe Dog, not checking up to see whether I remembered to hit the start stream button.
It's never mind.
No, that's on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
No, that's never mind. The furthermore.
Exactly.
I was just saying never mind because you could forget the button on either show for here or Last Man Standing. Okay, you guys, I'm just gonna probably leave today because I'm snarky. God,
What got you in such a mood, Dawn?
I don't know. I know this is gonna sound cliche. I woke up like this.
Okay.
You let somebody stick electrodes in your neck and see what happens. What kind of mood you're
No,
in.
not
a day or
my
two
neck,
later.
my lower back, basically my ass. Thank you.
Wow.
But that took a lot of electrodes.
Possibilities are endless. But it's not the green room, Dawn. You can't reply. Look at that fire in those eyes.
Mm-hmm. She's holding it back. She's holding it back with snark. You better watch out.
I watch it all the time.
Oh,
So what? But
yeah. Hey, Dan.
yes,
You gotta be very proud of me. I have been, like John, I've been staying up. And I just turned over the spy novel to Donna for the first edit. And
Nice.
yay!
it's going to be more of a novella, but I'm not that kind of guy that can write like tons of description. You know, he walked out on the warm sunny day, his face felt, you know what? Who cares about that? I want to know, did he pull out a weapon? What did he do? You know? So yeah, all my stuff tends to be short.
But that's okay. Your spy novel's going to be on the shelf a year before mine. So
Well, we hope it'll be out soon. We'll have to see what Donna says. If she says no, it's not long enough, and
she says she's 3/4 of the way finished with it.
Well, we'll see what she wants me to add to it.
She just took out 3 million commas. That's all.
Yeah, probably
3,000,001.
Mm-hmm. There'll be no commas in it at all. It's just one run on. Yeah.
No commas at all. She can just add them where she wants them, and you're fine with that.
I can hear Steely Dan doing that as a song.
We'll talk about it. But yeah, and I as I'm doing it, I'm thinking, damn it, there's a sequel to this book. I don't know if I should write that now and stick that in this book and just make it one big one, or whether I should do two separate ones.
Do you feel like you need to take a break while your editors are looking at it?
I feel like I need to take a break of like 6 months from this thing because it made me more depressed than anything. Writing about people who are dead and, and how they ended up that way is kind of depressing.
Yeah, how they ended up that way. That's the depressing part.
Mm-hmm.
Writing historical is one thing. Writing up how it got to be historical, that's another one.
Yeah, and
Well,
getting
D.B. Cooper, we don't know if he's dead. When
who
you
is
start the
that?
next, we don't.
Oh.
D.B. Cooper, we don't know if he's dead.
Oh no, we don't know that for sure. He could
We
still.
know he's old as fuck now, but
Mhm. If he's still alive, he'd be very old. But yeah, D.B. Cooper will probably be like a short story kind of thing. I might shop that around various places. I don't know that I'd actually publish it as its own work. I might stick it in with another work, maybe.
If somebody's doing like a
An anthology, yeah, that's a
Thank
good
you.
idea.
yeah, really.
I can't talk. I mean,
Put both volumes of Mad Gasser and the spy book and the sequel to the spy book, even if it's really short.
It'll almost make a Michaela book then, because
The Mad Gasser versus D.B. Cooper.
That's why we've never been able to find D.B. Cooper.
Mhm.
Oh,
That'd be just his luck. He gets the money, jumps out of the airplane, opens the parachute, and gets abducted by a UFO.
Mm-hmm. That would.
kidnapped by a Sasquatch.
There is a conspiracy theory about that.
About the Sasquatch or about D.B. Cooper?
D.B. Cooper landed in the forest, was trying to get everything straightened out, and Bigfoot got him.
I think I've heard that theory too in my research. Yeah.
That's one of the more entertaining ones. Less believable, but more entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I don't know how that could be. I wasn't even alive when that happened.
When D.B.
I
Cooper.
actually got to see it in the newspapers. Ah,
And I know my sister calls me Sasquatch.
Gonna have to have a long talk with your sister.
Yeah. She needs to stop being so mean.
Oh, I was mean right back, but I can't. I was so mean I can't repeat her name.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
won't repeat her name
Vindication is
because
vindication is mine. Oh.
Okay.
All right, John.
Oh,
Is it an original from?
no, that is from Lewis Carroll's The Hunting of the Snark. I put that in there just for Dawn.
For the snarkiness. Okay.
The snarkiness, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And Joe Dog's in the bed trying to rest, but the old house is so drafty. 2 thick blankets and winter socks ain't going to help. Canada need to come get this delivered with her.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Yep, and he says he meant to say Canada.
Yeah.
Wonder if we could.
Those Canuckians.
Wonder if we could get like Amazon to ship their weather back to Canada.
I don't know, but I'd like to get some weather shipped up from the Amazon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, there's a guy that comes on Nevermind the Furthermore. He's from Brazil. And he's always saying, "Oh no, cold weather and snow. That's just a conspiracy theory. This fake."
Yes.
I'm like, I don't think
it's a myth to sell more Christmas presents.
Mm-hmm.
And Thesis says it Canada. I can't even pronounce
He's a
it.
smart ass, though.
Hey,
Thesis.
yeah.
Canada.
Hey, Donna. Hi, Chris.
That's
Who
why I
else
like
is
him.
in the chat?
Yeah, Donna fell asleep and I was busy finishing up that novel and I totally spaced out and missed Thesis's show today, so I had to go back and catch that later.
Yeah, I need to catch it later too.
I wanted to go to that too. Dang it!
It happened while we were out shopping,
Mm.
and I'm going. Hey, my wife wanted to go shopping. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's something.
She wants to leave the house. We leave the house. All right.
There's some things you can't fight. Yeah.
I am so sorry, Thesis. I told you it's on my calendar right here. Now, if I look at my calendar, that's another thing.
He'll get some rewatches later. So.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay. I'm looking at Go ahead.
That's about how I feel tonight. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I did see the YouTube alert that it was on, so I can scroll back down on YouTube and find it.
Yeah.
I know there was a link last night in the green room, but that doesn't get recorded, so
And I didn't even. I'm subscribed to his channel, and I did not get a notice. So that's part of the reason
I
why
don't have a wrench, so I can't even drop the link if I wanted to.
Yeah.
No, I don't
think
want a wrench. I'm just saying.
that's a little bit difficult. Joe Dog would have to do that. I am not.
Oh yeah, because it's never mind.
It's
I'm-
not it's not something I have that control over. We work this the old-fashioned way, and apparently only Joe Dog, John, and I have working ops here.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine.
But you don't have the ops to his.
Which shows you how desperate Joe is.
Desperate Joe. I've
There's a
heard
lot of
Joe
things
and
I
not
could.
Joe, and
All right. I'm reading an article on the internet here.
Mm-hmm.
It is the 10 most dangerous jobs in the United States.
Hmm.
And let's
if
see.
being married isn't on there, I don't know what should be.
I think being married covers all of them. But truck drivers,
Mm-hmm.
and then let's see, logging workers,
Yeah.
loggers,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
roofers, for
Yeah.
obvious reasons.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Construction workers in general.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, farmers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you never know when you're going to jump off the tractor and land on a rattlesnake.
Yeah.
And getting crushed by tractors or plows. Yeah,
Or the tractor falls over on you. That's
Or
happened.
DDT or something.
Yeah, I lost a
Back in
good
my
friend that
hometown,
way.
just this fall during harvest, there was somebody that was taken up in a what was I can't remember which one, but yeah, he didn't make it.
Mm-hmm.
I get it.
Where do soldiers fit in on the?
I'm not sure yet. I haven't gotten there.
Okay.
Number 6, underground miners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where do the
Granddaddy
adults
was a
stay?
coal miner. I can well
Yeah,
understand
Yeah.
that.
It's better than it used
So
to
the
be.
underground adults, they're okay, just the miners.
Yes. Number 7, waste collection or garbage workers. Which,
Really?
well, there's a lot of traffic involved,
Wow.
and starting
yeah.
and stopping, and a big truck that'll crush you to death.
Yeah.
Steel workers, which again,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
pilots. Okay, this one I don't like
Oh.
because this should not be a dangerous job if I have to get on the airplane.
Probably those small pilots, like crop dusters and those guys.
They're showing an airline pilot. What looks like a 737.
Statistically, it's still the safest form of travel, but yeah.
It is, but some of the risks include drowsy driving, reckless driving, and improper training.
Oh, after you land the plane, you still got to get home.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Let's see here. Fishing and hunting.
Yeah.
Professional fishers and hunters. Let me see here. That was the last one.
Soldiers did not make the list.
I did not make the list.
Hmm.
Of course, soldiering isn't that terribly dangerous until
Yeah.
Yeah, until it is.
until it is. Let's face it, garbage trucks go out every day. Except,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So live in an area with lots of coal miners, and I think 3 times in my life there have been multi-fatality mine disasters. Yes, it is very, very dangerous.
Oh yeah.
I think
Yeah,
I
'cause
don't
he
want to
lives
think I
out-
was in light of the danger of the job. I'm just snarky tonight. So I get it.
I have never met any underground miners that have had accidents, and I've known a few. I've met a lot of mine.
Mm-hmm.
But the above ground miners, the ones that work in the quarries,
Mm-hmm.
I've known quite a few of them that got killed. And it was usually some stupid accident like driving a dump truck over the side of a quarry wall. Stuff like that.
Yeah, it's not like somebody's apt to make a mistake with an explosive charge and you're too close.
Oh no, the guy
that.
the guy handling the explosives, that's probably the safest job at a miner quarry. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, some idiot gets too close while it's going off. Yeah, but
Yeah. Well, and also
no.
depend on what you were mining too, because weren't there a lot of miners who did asbestos and borax and
Uranium.
Yeah, radioactive.
You know, they say that may be one of the things that got John Wayne.
Yeah,
Yeah, that the Genghis Khan movie
That one
was filmed downwind of the atomic bomb test grounds.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing was, if you ever saw the movie McClintock,
Mm-hmm.
they have a fight at a clay slide.
Yeah.
Yep.
Love that
That's not
scene.
clay that they're fighting in. That is the slurry stuff that they use to seal uranium boreholes when they mine uranium.
No.
And guess what? It was used. They got it for sale.
It gets recycled
Oh.
and used again.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow.
We didn't understand a lot of that stuff. We were.
I can't remember what that stuff is called. I could look that up. Yes.
Yeah, there is a name for it. It came up
Yeah.
with crosswords one time, and I had trouble coming up with it. Scrum? No,
So, yeah, it's
something like that. Yeah.
Nick.
No.
While I was looking that up, I was holding up my cup. Joe Dog was talking about he never saw so much fuss about a cup. And I saw a video about which cup he's talking about. He's talking about that insulated cup.
Oh, the Stanley?
The Stanley.
No.
Yeah, Stanley.
It's
Yeah.
Stanley.
And, Stanley's been making tools and stuff like that and thermoses for a long time. This new cup, for some reason, a couple internet personalities said, "Oh, this is the cup I love," and so everybody had to go. So I said, "I'm going to get my cup today, my stupid cup. I may not, keep ice cubes frozen in a car fire, but it's good."
Yes, indeed. Need to get one of those myself. Although I hate to replace my Popeye coffee cup. I really do. I've been drinking coffee out of that thing for
40 years.
no, not that long. But Lindsay bought it for me, so it's been a while.
Yeah. Yeah, Donna got a cup, one of those insulated cups from my sister as a birthday present or something one time, and she really likes it. And we bought a couple of them, but we buy them, cheap. We don't spend, what was it? Somebody was spending $50 on this cup. I'm like,
Oh, I know.
no.
No. It's dumb.
Yeah, and they were talking kids into buying wanting the cups for Christmas. So a bunch of them were saying, "Oh, I want a Stanley cup for Christmas," and if they got some other cup, they go, "Whoa, it's not a Stanley." It's like it's become a brand name, like Gloria Vanderbilt jeans or something. Way back.
Longines watches.
Yeah.
No, I have. There were a couple of guys at work. They were there when I started. They retired not long ago. Had the same Stanley thermos the entire time. Those things, unless you're really clumsy, it's a once in a lifetime purchase. And as I understand, they do make replacement vacuum bottles to fit into the stainless steel, so you can fix it if you drop it and break it.
Yeah,
That'd be nice.
but it's not like the thermos brand we used to have, where you bump it And the glass inside would shatter, of course. And then,
Yeah, I've got one that I had in the Army. You can't keep the glass thermos bottles worth a damn. But I have one that's double walled stainless steel.
Yes, those are nice. Those are
Mhm.
really nice. Yeah.
And if
And
you
you
charge
think-
it first, it'll stay hot for 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a coffee cup that I used to use at work like that, and it, despite the fact that the stainless makes everything that you put in it taste funny, um, you could keep a cup of coffee warm for about 3 hours if you kept the lid on it.
Mhm.
And this is just a coffee cup, not even a thermos.
All right. I don't think a cup of coffee is going to last 3 hours around me, so I'm not going to have to worry about it.
Yeah, sometimes I got busy typing code.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Joe Bachman can testify. You can't get distracted.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, I did it. I did it while doing that novel. I'd look down and go, "Oh, great, my coffee's cold again." You know.
I'm one of those weird people though that when my coffee is like I'm not a big iced coffee fan, but if my hot coffee gets cold in the cup, I like it.
I don't think that's weird.
I've done that before. I'll take a cup of coffee with me to the store when we go shopping on Sunday, like I will tomorrow, and I'll leave it in the van. And by the time I get out, it's going to be cold, you know, because this weather. But I'll drink it because it was hot at one time. Now I can't go into a store and say, "Give me an iced coffee." It's not
Yeah,
right.
I will sometimes, but
Another thing
not-
you can't do is take your cold coffee into a convenience store and say, "Let me borrow your microwave and heat it back up."
Right.
They
I should-
don't like that. No, buy ours.
I should probably
Uh,
just take my cup and go take it into the store with me. And if they say anything, I'll say, you know how much I spend in this store every week.
Yeah. Don't you see my student ID here for running your cash register for you?
Yeah, exactly. The other day I went in there last Sunday, and the weather was bad, of course, and frigidly cold, and there were like 6 other people shopping, and I was like, "This is heaven. This is beautiful. I love it." Nobody spoke to me at all. I got out of there, and I was like, "Yeah, good. This is great."
Oh, yeah. One of the places we went grocery shopping, we went to a Dollar General that we don't normally go to. It's a little further away than the one that's closest to the house.
Mm-hmm.
And it was actually very, very quiet. I mean, they had the music going, but it wasn't too loud.
Mm-hmm.
And there were very few people there because nobody wanted to leave their house because it's
Mhm.
cold.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a very pleasant experience for a change. But where I used to go on the way home from work to go grocery shopping has this PA system that the Rolling Stones would kill for, and hundreds of people walking around with screaming babies and all this other stuff that just drives Lindsay out of her tree and really irritates me at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And then this other store, which is the same size, different focus,
Mm-hmm.
more grocery than general,
Mm-hmm.
and their PA system is really quiet, and they have a few things that the other store doesn't have, and the other store has a few things they don't have, vice versa. It's really, for Lindsay, it's a very laid back experience.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing to get on her nerves, except for me.
Well, that's a given, though. Your husband,
I mean, it's my job.
you're going to get on her nerves no matter what. And thank you, Blitz. Appreciate it.
Oh yeah.
I haven't worn this in a while, so I tend to try a different one.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to tell you. Speaking of cigars,
Mm-hmm.
where the humidor was, my friend, she quit that job.
Oh no!
Mm-hmm.
And here I took a picture of a humidor, put my review on Google, and that picture got like 6,000 views. So whoever's working there now is gonna reap the benefits. Where did she go to work? Did she get another job somewhere?
Yeah, she got she'd been there for almost 20 years, and she was dealing with the politics of retail.
Mhm.
Yes.
Can't blame her for that.
So
My hat is off to anybody that's ever had to work retail. That's got to be, and I understand why,
Mhm.
one of the hardest jobs
Oh yeah.
ever.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah.
let's face it, the
The
general
job's not hard.
public,
The
the
people
job,
are.
the people, yeah,
Mhm.
the general public. mm,
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, what was it I saw today? Somebody
They're
posted.
not polite enough.
He went to Target
Mm-hmm.
and he's with his wife, and they were looking at clothes or something like that. And the women's clothing section has been ransacked. People pulling clothes off hangers and just throwing them in the floor, and coat hangers laying everywhere, Coke cans and coffee cups all over the place.
Yeah.
And it's winter, so they can't get any of their employees to come in.
Yeah.
They can get the shoppers to come in and mess the store up. They just can't get the employees to come in and clean it.
Clean up.
Mhm.
Well, they're like, I'm not cleaning up after those people. Yeah, I don't blame them. People do make a mess. And
Yeah.
I was lucky because I worked in a music store, so most people coming in, were going to buy music, or they were music aficionados, or they were
they're just looking at album covers.
Well, no, we were sold pianos and organs and sheet music, so it was a niche market, and those kind of folks, they'll put the music back where it belongs most of the time, and sometimes not, but so that was our hardest thing, was keeping the music in the little slots, in the wall. And then I worked at Radio Shack for a while, and that's a different kind of customer base.
Oh yeah, but they usually, you get two kinds.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that know exactly what they want, they just need to know where it is.
Mm-hmm.
And the ones that have absolutely no clue why they walked in the front door of Radio Shack.
Yeah.
I was a store manager at a Radio Shack.
Yeah, I remember that.
I was one of the first kind of the customers there.
Mm-hmm.
I knew exactly what I needed. I just didn't know where you had it this week because stuff got moved around.
Yeah, that was always fun to move shit around. I loved it until Christmas time, and then you'd get everybody else. You get the second type of customer, or you get the Christmas shoppers.
We had this Radio Shack down in Red Bank.
Mm-hmm.
They had a soldering class for putting circuits into circuit boards.
Mm-hmm.
How long did that last, and how many people got burned?
They had it for about an hour every Saturday.
Wow. Okay.
Just they had a little steel table set up. They bring the people in, have the soldering irons and glasses.
Cool. Yeah, I've watched people solder, and I'm like, what are they doing now? What are they doing now? It would be a good thing to maybe learn. I don't know.
Unfortunately, by the time I was a manager there, it had already started going into we sell wireless phones.
Yeah,
I got out before they got too much into the wireless phones because I didn't want to mess with that.
I can remember when they came out with the original. They had the bag Motorola phone.
Mm-hmm. I had one.
And then later they had the brick. And the joke was that Radio Shack was now the brick house.
I had one of the original bag Motorola's, and then Donna got the big brick. It was fun times. We, what was really odd, and I couldn't get people to understand. We would go from Illinois to Florida for a vacation, and at that time, if they needed to call me, they had to look in a book, call a particular number in Florida, and then they'd have to dial my number, and it would transfer the call somehow that way. I think it was going landline until it got to Florida, and then on cellular. But it was really weird, and I was like, when they got rid of that, I was like, thank goodness.
Yeah, think.
Yeah. Because you have to say, here's the number for while I'm in Alabama. Here's the number for while I'm in Florida. Here's the number for while we're passing through Tennessee, just in case you need me. And they're like, we're not going to need you. Sorry. We're not doing that. We're not doing all those numbers.
I remember it's got to be sometime right around 1980 or thereabouts.
Mm-hmm.
I ran into this engineer at work that was trying to get this project off the ground and developing something for the company. And that weekend, I went to a party with a lot of SCA people, Society for Creative Anachronism. He just happened to be a creative anachronist and got the invite to come to the party. And he shows up and he's got one of those brick cell phones.
Mm-hmm.
He's going, hey, watch this. And he called the phone number of the apartment the party was in. Phone rang. Everybody lost it right then. It's like, oh, this is so cool.
Yeah.
And they're all sci-fi nerds and everything. And it's like, yeah. And you look back at that and you go,
Yeah.
imagine the first time you ever got a text on your flip phone.
Uh-huh. Donna
Imagine when
had,
they put
Enterprise,
the camera in it.
yeah. Donna had the little flip phone too. She loved that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've still got mine somewhere. It won't take a charge anymore because the account is turned off.
My favorite was the slide where I can't remember the LG, and you turn them sideways and you slid them up, and there was the keyboard underneath.
I love that thing. I love that thing.
I like that better.
That was my favorite cell phone ever so far. Had a teeny tiny little postage stamp screen, but the fact I had a QWERTY keyboard that would pop out of the side.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nokia made some of those, and they were really good. And I had one that was weird. It was a square, okay, and instead of flipping it this way or sliding it that way, it actually let me see,
Rotated kind of.
yeah, it rotated like that. Hey, Chris.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, Chris.
A little square. It had a
sharp dressed man.
I was gonna say you're looking snazzy.
Yeah.
I was at a wedding earlier today.
Oh, yeah. That's
Did
right.
you get married again?
No, it wasn't mine. That's the important thing.
We were teasing about bridesmaids too. Did you find any?
The deponent saith not.
There were several bridesmaids there.
Okay.
Whether or not there were maids afterwards.
I was gonna say one of them under your desk.
Oh, good grief.
Yeah.
Yes, I know. I've been going along.
Weddings are so monotonous these days.
This was an unofficial niece, so I got dressed up for her.
Cool.
I bet she appreciated it too.
Yeah. Of course, in the end, she was too busy dancing to.
Well, yeah. It's her day,
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Like I said, I figured I'd surprise the hell out of everybody and let them see me semi-dressed up.
I'm glad you finished that. Glad you finished that sentence.
Well,
yeah.
Truth be told, I'm in jeans.
Okay.
Underneath it, I wore dress pants, but I took them off. So.
Oh, okay. Well, I switched into my sweatpants tonight.
Yeah.
So.
I'll probably switch into something else before it's all said and done with. But
and
for this show, at least, you get to see me all snazzy. Oh, girl.
Oh, you're going to get some cat hair on you now?
Well, she likes rubbing up when she gets in one of her moods, which she does it from time to time. she likes rubbing her face up against the corner of my laptop.
Oh, yeah.
If she's
Well,
rubbing her
one-
face against the corner of her laptop, she owns it. She's putting her scent on it. It's now her laptop.
Mhm.
You're just
Yeah.
using it.
It's 'cause
Okay,
it's
well, she can pay the
mine.
bills then.
Mhm.
Mhm.
One of the reasons I leave my suit jacket out in the car
Mhm.
is because if I ever brought it in this house, I'd never get the cat hair off of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've got several suits like that,
Well,
actually.
I have a hanger
In
to
the
hang
car.
it up and out of the way. So.
Mhm. That's good. I don't know if it would help around here with static electricity that we get in the
Yeah.
wintertime. The cat hair would just find it in the closet, even, I think.
Oh, yeah.
You
So
know
I-
what my grandmother used to do to alleviate the static electricity?
Hmm.
She
What's
boiled some water.
Hmm.
Yeah. Reduce the conductivity of the air.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Everybody in my family drank coffee, so there was always a coffee pot boiling somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Well, we had a wood burning stove, so she would put it on it and help disperse the heat and the moisture. And
that's the best coffee too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Ceramic coffee pot with
Mhm. Oh, yeah.
so, but you have to get like either spring water or
Mhm.
distilled water.
Mhm.
You don't want to use chlorine water.
Well water. No chlorine.
Yeah.
Spring water would be better, though, I tell you that.
Mhm.
Naturally filtered for 10,000 years before it hits the ground and it's ice cold when it comes out.
Mhm.
Or it's already boiling and you just make your coffee right there.
I can't believe my tie stayed in this good shape all day.
Then, yeah, it looks good.
You put
I'm
it
not
in-
sure if it doesn't make you look like you're either going to give a sermon or ask us to vote for you.
I'd vote for him. Don't know what for, but I'd vote for him.
Sure. He's got some sense, you know.
I'd buy a used car from that man.
We got to get a picture and make sure that that's what we use for the Cult of Chris flyers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Hey, Joe, last night you were showing us photos of different highways all covered with snow. Did they ever get that situation under control?
Yeah, the interstate's looking a lot better out towards Michigan City, LaPorte area.
Good.
They actually ran. I hated when they did this down 94 through our section, but they basically ran shoulder to shoulder throughout that whole area
Hmm.
to get everything pushed off finally.
Very good. Yeah, it was looking scary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of those photographs last night did look enormously scary to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going,
Only- if only they could-
I probably
only they
wouldn't
could make
want to do
vehicles
that
go
on a
snow.
tractor, much less a car.
Okay, pizza jams.
All right,
Oh.
I gotta get out of this stuff. I'll be off camera for a little bit.
Enough monkey suit.
Yeah.
Bum, bum,
Pizza
bum,
Jams.
bum, bum.
Is this the same Pizza Jams that posts movies and stuff on YouTube?
Oh, I think I've heard of them.
I'm subscribed to them.
Hmm.
So
Really?
that's why I asked, yes.
I've been watching.
I'll-
I think it's called Mars Likes Movies. It's a lady who does a very in-depth thing on science fiction movies. I think it's called Mars Wants Movies, and she's
Yeah, oh,
really good.
After the movie Mars Wants Women, yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mom or Mars wants moms.
Well, I like it because she'll go year by year. Like I think she's up to 1931 now or something, and she will say, also happening in the world in 1931 was this, and she'll have a historical segment and tell how that kind of affected movies and science fiction, and then she'll say other science fiction that was published. So she'll bring up authors that have written science fiction in those years, and then she'll talk about other movies that were done that year, and you can kind of compare and say, okay, that was the time when westerns were big, so you could see where there were only 2 science fiction movies made that year because there were 12 westerns made or something, and that kind of gives it some context, and I like that. I always love it when YouTubers do a lot of research into their topics before they go off.
Oh.
You know?
Yeah, the history guy or Mark Felton Productions.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Mark Felton. Yeah, he's good.
And who's the guy that does the darn it.
Oh my God, I know him.
He does a lot of nuclear stuff about nuclear incidents. Bald-headed, glasses, English accent.
Simon Whistler,
Uh,
probably. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. He has like 5 different shows he does.
Oh no, he's got like 17.
I know he invents new shows as he goes along, but yeah, I loved the show where he was saying, if you ever pick up a container that says "drop this and run," drop
it and run.
Run.
Yes.
And he was telling about people who had tried to break open X-ray machines,
And they get the radioactive. What
Yeah.
was the one? That one in the it was the one in the Philippines, I think it was, or Malay. No,
It was in Hong Kong, wasn't it?
no.
there's one
what's
in
the place?
Mexico that was
Myanmar.
Oh.
I think it was where it was Myanmar.
Mhm.
They had a radiotherapy machine for doing radiotherapy on cancer,
Mhm.
and it had that little capsule of
Mhm.
Cobalt 60.
I believe that's what it is.
Mhm. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And they pointed out that because of this incident, they changed the nuclear warning sign, the international nuclear warning sign, instead of just the radioactive trifoil, which if you don't have any experience with radiation or whatever, most
Yeah, you
people
wouldn't know what it meant. Yeah.
they made a new one. It's a big triangle. It's got the radioactive trifoil at the top. It's got a skull and crossbones in one corner,
Mm-hmm.
and it's got a picture. It's got an arrow pointing away from it,
Mm-hmm.
and a picture of some guy running away.
Yeah.
All on the one side, like
Swim away.
Yeah. There was a convention some years ago when they were trying to figure out what sign to put outside of nuclear waste sites.
yes.
And I watched I don't know, it's an hour-long show about that. Because what do you put when you don't know what language people might speak in 5,000 years? So
Yeah, and a good point is the English language. 300 years ago, you wouldn't understand what the hell they were saying in England.
exactly.
It was Shakespeare,
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
And not the comic book Shakespeare that shows up in Marvel movies.
Oh, no. And you go back further and try to read like the original Beowulf in Old English.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or what was that? Yeah, it was in what was that called? It wasn't Old English. It was
Pizza Jams, isn't that Joe's nephew? Joe Dogs?
Oh, we were trying to figure that out.
Canterbury Tales, or Chaucer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
One of those two that I think John's talking about.
Mhm. But yeah, we don't know how language will develop in the next, 1,000 years. And
Oh, come on. We know
I
what technique
remembered.
looks like. We know what people are going to be talking like in 1,000 years. It'll be Welsh, 47 emojis in a vowel.
yeah.
As long as it ain't Joe Dog, Dead Dog.
Oh, the language he spoke at the party.
When he was trying to get a live stream of this doing.
Ooba-dooba.
Ooby-dooby.
Yeah.
that was just him playing the record backwards.
He's in bed, Pizza Jams. He's not feeling well.
Again. He just can't get
It'll-
well.
I
He was
told
getting
him he
well.
needed to see about getting a B12 energy shot next time he was at the doctor.
We were kind of wondering because he was getting better, and then didn't he go to another convention? And he might have gotten the Con Crud too.
Yeah.
Maybe, but
Conrad
I
Mark
didn't
too.
get it. I was there.
Okay, well that's good.
John was there. He's still alive.
No, John said he's not feeling good.
Oh, well.
Yeah, I've got a sinus something. I don't think it's flu, but
Good.
it might be.
But hell, John, that could be from the weather. It's been flipping cold this week in North Georgia.
I think it's the hotel that gives it to us.
Guess what? Our temperature changed.
It's complimentary, just like the breakfast. Yeah.
Comes with the free cookies.
This is our temperature now.
Oh boy, nice.
I'll let you guess what that means.
Ours just
And not in a good way.
Ours just went down to 21. Lindsay came back here showing me her cell phone and said, I just got another severe weather alert. It's supposed to get down to 5 degrees tonight. And I go, honey, why is your cell phone telling you it's going to be cold? It's January. We know it's going to be cold.
But not that cold, perhaps.
Not down there.
Yeah, and Dalton right now, it's 14 degrees. Clear skies. It feels like 2 with the wind chill.
13 in Ringgold.
What's your feeling? Do I win?
You win.
Yeah, but I don't know if I'd want to win something like
I
that.
don't know if I want to collect the prize on that one. I mean, it's not going to be a Cupid doll.
You win an ice cube. I'm sending it to you airmail.
Okay, I'll look forward to seeing it.
You have to put it down your own back.
I guarantee it'll be in your mailbox.
Oh, there used to be a guy that did a science show. I think it was on. He was on WG in Chicago for a while, but I think he also maybe have done some on the internet. I don't know what happened to him, but he'd have a science question of the week, and if you got the trivia question right, he'd say, "Well, you'll have to pat. Oh, you'll get a pat on the back for that. And you'll have to give it to yourself." Like, what a weird guy.
All right. Dan, can you bring that up for me?
Thesis.
Oh,
Oh
Yeah, that's
Yes,
Simon.
Yeah, that's Simon. All right, Simon Whistler.
And if you go all the way down to the bottom here, these are all his different. He does
Yeah,
mega
he's got
projects,
tons of
biographics.
different channels.
Yeah.
He's got a true crime channel that is really good, except that's the one that
Casual criminalist.
that's the one where he goes off on the most digressions you have ever seen in your life.
Oh yeah.
He
But
must-
Yeah, a half-hour show ends up being an hour because of his digressions and his interacts. He'll be like, "Wow, I've never had that happen with my kids. I wonder," and tell a story and be like, "Simon, back to the topic, please."
he'll go on and I swear there are times when I really want to know what's going on with the subject he's trying to cover.
Mm-hmm.
And 45 minutes into a 15-minute show,
Yeah.
Well,
I'm asleep.
It's like when he was explaining that incident with that whatever it was, cobalt container. It had a lot of backstory to it. You know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That one I didn't fall asleep during.
No, because
Yeah.
that thing took out 9 city blocks that people got hospitalized. And, and
Didn't they end up having it in a junkyard or something? And everybody, and there was like a trailer court or something that was on the other side of the junkyard, and everybody starts getting sick, and it just kind of.
Yeah.
Okay, we can tell where it is by the pattern of sickness here.
Really, somebody had busted the capsule open, and then part of it had fallen and rolled away into the junkyard
under a pile of metal.
Uh-huh. And
none of it was lead.
Well, that's just it. They were trying to salvage that steel whatever it was container,
Yeah, the stainless steel container.
and they broke it open. Didn't like the little rod thing, and kept the stainless steel.
Yeah.
Homer Simpson it right over their shoulder.
Yeah.
You know, they really need to start putting Geiger counters in cell phones.
Why?
Because they probably start
Stupid
going
people
off
like
all
that.
the time.
Okay. Hey,
Hmm.
I live fairly close to a nuclear plant. Okay, I would
Yeah.
love to have a Geiger counter in my cell phone.
And then you'd find people walking around all over the place going, "What's that clicking noise?"
Even worse,
Mm.
I would record Geiger counter noises and just like walk past people. Are you okay? You know, it's,
So John's wearing his sunglasses.
That not surprise me that you would do that, John.
Mhm.
That would be a very good prank.
oh,
Mhm.
especially,
You know,
especially at
you can-
Sequoia. You know,
you can buy surplus the big yellow brick
Mhm.
Geiger counters
mill and mine. Yeah.
and just put a speaker and a digital recorder in it and walk around with it roaring away. And people that actually knew what it was would run so fast.
Be sitting in like the convenience store or the Hardee's right outside Sequoia nuclear plant and wait for one of their workers to come in. And as he walks in, hit the button, it goes, boy, my Geiger counter's going nuts.
Yeah, Thesis, you're probably just right before the jet stream troughs.
Mhm.
All that cold air is coming down.
I won't hate
Lucky
you.
devil.
I will be pissed at you.
I won't hate anybody. I know people in Australia that are having a great time right now.
Yeah, sure.
It's summer there.
Mhm.
Of course.
It's like the guy said in the song. It's 5
Yeah,
o'clock
yeah.
somewhere.
Mhm.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, that was one of the things we were talking about the other night. How I'm writing that story about the Australian, or well, he wasn't Australian, but he was in Australia, and I had to describe why he was on the beach on December 1st. You know, because I thought North American readers will go, "What the heck? You know, why is he on the beach?"
Mhm.
So I was like trying to do it without being too pedantic about it. You know, I didn't want to be like, confusing people too much.
I was writing a Star Trek fan fiction,
She
and the captain of the starship,
paying attention to
every planet he went to, he bought a clock.
Yes.
And if you went into his office, he had a clock collection
Oh,
because every planet's clock moves differently based upon the size and mass and rotation. And
yeah.
so he had a bunch of weird clocks.
I wonder if some of them would actually work once they were out of their environment. Because you remember in early clock design here, those
Pendulums.
back and forth, or the balls would go back and forth.
Well, now the
I shouldn't
pendulums,
say that, but
the pendulums were adjustable. That's how you change the time.
right.
Adjusted how fast it ran.
Well, come here.
But
Come
what
here.
got me thinking about this,
Come on.
when I was stationed in Berlin, down at the
Whoa.
Europa Center,
Oh,
they had
here.
an art project. It was a water clock,
Oh, yeah.
but it's a metric water clock. Yeah, there's pictures. If you
Oh.
type in
It's okay.
Berlin,
It's okay. We know it's in Canadian gallons.
Mm-hmm.
Where's Zach when you need him?
it looks like it's filled with antifreeze. It's a big glass
Florida.
thing, and it looks like it's filled with antifreeze.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, he's about to go on a
It
cruise.
glows
Isn't
in black light.
But it still worked by gravity somehow.
Hang on a second, I can find that thing.
Because
What really fascinates me is the
he? See, it wasn't that
the
bad.
candle clocks.
Oh
Where as the candle melted down, it would drop a peg out of it,
oh yeah.
and you could change the length of an hour by changing the formula of the wax and how fast it would evaporate when the wick is burning.
Mhm.
There was this device they used to have for candles.
Mm-hmm.
People that would read books in bed at night.
Mm-hmm.
And you put it on the side of your candle, it's this little clip, and it had a hinged door with a spring on it. And you'd be sitting there reading your candle, and you could adjust it up and down depending on how long you wanted that candle to stay lit.
Oh.
But you'd sit there and like read your book for 30 minutes and doze off. And when the candle got down far enough, that hinged lid would flip over and put the candle out for you.
Oh, handy.
Yeah.
Keep you from burning down your house in the middle of the night. Or
Yeah.
waste it.
Sleep timer. Yeah.
The original snooze button. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, the original snooze button would be it would relight the candle after 10 minutes.
Okay. I need to switch classes back and forth. It's called The Clock of Flowing Time, or in German, Erdis Fließenden Zeit.
Gesundheit.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
as
Ooh.
far as I know, Zeit means time. So
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
May you live in interesting sights. Here's what's funny. There's an Irish pub in the bottom of the Europa Center, or was an Irish pub in the bottom of the Europa Center. And it was right in front of this water clock.
It's bad enough he does it. You don't
When I
need-
went in, I'd see it sober. When I came out, I'd see it not sober. So I've got two different views of it. Yes.
Chris,
It's-
stop poking that cat.
it's it's cat approved.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks like something Dr. Frankenstein would have in his lab.
Yeah, if it had some red in there, we could say it was possibly Santa Stein.
Yeah.
And you
Ooh.
can see, these are the
Which you can
hours.
find.
These are the hours on this side,
Oh,
and these are the minutes on this side.
okay. Wow. So you can tell the time by how the color changes?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And it bounces all over the place. I'm not sure where the pump is that fills the thing up.
I
though.
did, Donna, and you
Wow.
missed me.
But I do think there's counterweights in here somewhere. I just don't see them.
It could be. Or they use the water as counterweight, the liquid.
Maybe, or I was thinking they
Uh.
use weights to pump the water up, and then a
Oh,
valve to let it go back down or something.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And vacuum pressure to keep it at a certain level. Vacuum pressure. Listen to me. Like I'd never met a physicist in my life. Yeah. I just lost my nerd card.
Potato
It's
kiss.
fine, Donna. You didn't know. You got your own critters to worry about.
Oh, and Blitz has
Biggest critter of them all is Carl.
a decent question here. Descriptions below your names are interesting. Just wondering, but why don't Dawn or Joe have a description? Because they don't want one.
Yep.
I thought I had a description.
You do. Snarky.
Oh, we just have the links. The link to NDCD.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because I can't think of anything funny to say. Hi, Burger Boy. Oh, Strips keep into the office. Oh,
Didn't like the cigar. Yeah, well,
Mm.
it ain't everybody's cup of tea.
I'm getting yelled at by my feline companion, so
the overlords are.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yes, they're unhappy. I think I'm gonna have to go too. So I hope
Yep.
y'all have a great night. I'm glad y'all got to see me dressed up on this auspicious
Yeah.
occasion.
It was very impressive.
Mhm.
Thank you.
You clean up well, Chris.
I do what I can from time to time. I only manage it time to time.
Y'all have a good night.
Oh,
You
you
too.
too.
All right.
Y'all take care. Until next time.
Okay,
Good night,
Chris.
Chris.
Have a good
Good
one.
night, Chris.
Donna is pointing out that it's okay because it's illegal in Illinois to give a cat a cigar.
Is it?
Yeah, I guess there was a law some time ago that you could not give your household pets cigars, and I don't know if that included farm animals or not, but it must have probably come out of somebody doing something stupid because that's how most laws come about.
Yeah.
Well, my thinking is dogs were okay, but I'm pretty sure the cat tried to set the house on fire with the damn thing.
Well, yeah.
And not because the cat just didn't know what to do with the cigar, just because the cat wanted to set
It
the
was
house
an
on
asshole.
fire.
Probably. I'm imagining somebody coming around saying, "Hey, I've got a circus and I got all these cats and dogs and they smoke. Can we come to your town?" No, we're gonna make a law about that, buddy. Right
Mhm.
now. Hey,
There's-
Strip, how you doing?
There's another law about some place it's illegal to walk around with an ice cream cone in your back pocket.
Mm-hmm.
There's a law in some little town in Georgia about it's illegal to eat fried chicken with a knife and fork.
Oh, I'd be in
It
trouble.
wouldn't do me any good because I had to put my dentures in and try and do it the old-fashioned way when I could just slice a little bit off and eat.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to have to go down the hallway. I will be right back.
Okay, John and I hold down the fort here for you. Oh, John's back. Cool.
My glasses are being. I told you guys, I'm just in a mood tonight. My glasses are smudged and.
I went to the eye doctor recently, and they told me, mine had not changed that much, so I didn't have to change them. But I could if I wanted to spend like a bunch of money. And I'm like, no, that's okay. These are fine. But Donna had to change hers, and she's like, mine are always filthy. I'm not going to get that. It's the anti-glare coating.
Mm-hmm.
She thought that was what was making them. And I'm wondering, because they've always talked me into it too. I'm wondering if the anti-glare isn't what gets so icky and sticky and junky all the time.
I will be back in a moment.
Because I never had that problem before either. And now with these new ones, it's just a mess. And then they're less glare for me, but for you folks, as soon as I put them on, I have the light shining up here. It's glare city for everybody else. It's like, okay.
Oh, I know this sounds bad. I don't care because I have to see. If somebody doesn't like it, they can go, buy me contacts or something. Because I've had contacts.
Well, and for me, one of my problems was, reading the computer screen because of the, up and down. And, speaking of, do you see right over here who I got? I've got Strip.
Strips is making the rounds.
Yeah. Hi. She's not gotten up in that chair before. But she likes to be petted. Her brother, BB, does not like to be petted. He runs away from you. Or if you sneak up on him really good, like I did the other day, I got 3 pets in before he realized, oh, my God, this dude's touching me. But yeah, she loves to be petted and scratched behind the ears.
Aww.
But today, Calvin gets up, and she adores Calvin, big brother type thing. So he gets up on this desk to my right here, and she can't get up there because she just can't jump that far yet. She's not big enough, And I need to, I guess, get a step in here or something. But yeah, she was like, I went up there with him. So she jumps up, grabs a hold of the book of crosswords I was doing, and then, of course, falls down. And then she's trying to get up there so bad. So I said, let me pick you up and I'll put you up there. Don't pick me up. Don't pick me. Oh, okay. Cool. I'm up here now. Cool. She was up there with her big brother. She was happy.
They just have to learn because they don't know.
Oh yeah. That's why you can look out the window, see where you used to live out there in the driveway. Isn't it cold and snowy out there now? See, aren't you glad?
Oh,
Have you ever seen a cat look at the thermostat like, I got to figure out how that damn thing works?
No.
Yeah, I had a couple cats I think would have played with the thermostat.
here in Utah, we have a law that birds have the right of way on all highways, and it's illegal not to drink milk.
Oh, I'd be.
I have questions, but I don't think I want to answer them.
In New Mexico, if you hit a cow that's wandered onto the road, you can wind up in jail.
Oh yeah.
So evidently, cows have the right of way in New Mexico.
Yeah, those ranchers
Move out of the way.
Those ranchers have some good pull with the legislators. They don't want their livestock getting hit.
But the last time I was in New Mexico, going down the freeway, every road intersection had cattle gates. Those things in the road that the cows can't walk over.
Yep. I'm familiar with them, even from East Tennessee. They're popular. One thing I saw in New Mexico, which really freaked me out.
Flying saucer.
No. We're driving down the road, pull over to take a break because it's a long trip because it takes forever to get anywhere in New Mexico because everything's far apart. I'm standing there looking out at this guy's field over there. There are a herd of antelope, a cow, and a cassowary.
What?
Cassowary. It's like a vicious little emu looking thing.
It's bigger than an emu. It's bigger than an ostrich. Those are the most dangerous. Those are the closest to being the
dinosaurs.
Ancestral flightless birds that killed a lot of folks just because they could. I'm going just because of the shape of its head and everything. I knew it was a cassowary and not an emu or
they got that thing on their head.
Spike. Yeah, they look like a punk rocker.
A punk rock ostrich.
Exactly.
Almost.
Yeah.
And I'm going. I know the antelope are wild.
Oh, yeah.
I know the cow is domesticated. Not sure about the cassowary.
I was wondering.
Isn't there an antelope species in the United States? I'm not sure what it's called. It's got somebody's name. Like Stedman's gazelle or something like that.
I don't know, but these were in the United States, so I don't know what they were. I knew they were antelope.
And they live somewhere down south where it's warmer and mountainous.
I wouldn't be surprised. I'm pretty sure though that most antelope are wild because I don't think there's really much you could do with them. I mean, they're probably not good eating, not like deer or something.
Not according to Mutual Omaha's Wild Kingdom. Everybody was eating a damn antelope.
Really?
Oh.
The thing is, they're small.
And they're muscular, and that's not.
Probably if you were a hunter, you'd have to bag more of them than you would normal sized deer for the same amount of meals you could make.
Right. But the cassowary, I'm wondering if those were brought in because I don't think that's
no,
it's not. It's not native. It's not native to the U.S. No, there was a movement in what was it the 90s or thereabouts where ostriches and emus and cassowaries were being imported as free-range chickens, basically. But there was only one processing plant in the entire country that you could send them to.
That was licensed to do them.
that had the equipment and the ability to do them. I don't know about the license, but probably so.
They
And
probably expanded out now because we still have emu down this area. One of them two of them got loose recently. One of them was caught almost right away. The other one was out for weeks before they finally caught him.
We've got, I think
Didn't
it's
you guys go chase it
ostriches.
one time? Didn't you guys go chase it one time, or you went to try to find it?
We thought about it, but
okay. So it wasn't like the balloon where you actually went to chase that.
Now, I did try to chase down some in Watsika area that had gotten loose one time because they were going over towards the town I was going over towards. And I thought, well, hey, if I see one of those emus, I'm going to call it in. And I didn't see it. I mean, they stay in the fields where they can eat.
They really wanted to make that a going concern.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Looks
go.
really friendly, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. That'll horn you. It looks like it's horned. That particular one looks like it's horned something hard because it broke off part of its upper beak there.
Evidently, it was just too expensive for birds that size to be domestically grown for eggs and meat and whatever, like we do chickens and turkeys. So a lot of people, instead of going to the expense of shipping out the last ones they had and getting them back and trying to sell it, they just turned them loose.
They are native to the tropical forest of New Guinea and Papua New Guinea and West Papua and the Aru Islands and northeastern Australia. Of course, Australia's got everything that'll kill you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they got some of the nicest wildlife in their koala bears and such like that. But kangaroos who look all nice and fun will punch you and kick you. And everything else will bite you and it's poisonous. So don't mess around in Australia.
Nope.
My girl that cuts my hair when I get it cut, she has like a little hobby type farm, and she had emu on it, and we went out. They did tours and stuff. It was really fun to go out there, but they don't have the emus anymore. But it was kind of fun. To get that close up to an emu was kind of cool. I mean, she's like, be careful because he'll grab stuff. But it was like, holy dude.
Yeah, haven't you watched the commercials?
The Limu Emu?
Yeah.
Limu Emu. Grab stuff all the time. Look at
I know. She's like, be careful because he'll grab your glasses or he'll grab your phone.
Pretty.
So what do? I get right up there. I'm like, try it. I dare you. This emu just looked at me like, no.
Oh, that's a dwarf cassowary? Okay. Huh. I've never seen one of those before. Wow. I like the coloring.
Yeah. Be a good painting for somebody. Yeah. I grew up with, what was his name? Ron Hull and his amazing emu on Smothers Brothers. And
yes.
Well, it might not have been Smothers Brothers. It might have been one of the other variety shows, but he's a frequent guest on several variety shows. Yeah. The Puppet. And evidently he was really true to emu behavior with that puppet. So
that shows 3-inch long claws on its feet.
Yeah.
I
wouldn't
know
those. No.
And how can anybody look at that and say birds aren't descended from dinosaurs? I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
Well, who could ever have run across a ornery rooster in a farmyard and not know that birds are descended from dinosaurs?
Yeah.
It's so cute, but it's going to kill you.
Yeah, Donna would tell you stories about roosters. Oh, was he eating something there?
Bananas.
Looks like a potato. Bananas.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh wow! Any creature that can fit a whole banana in its mouth, you got.
No, they got it chopped up in a bowl down there.
Not the green room, Carl.
Oh, okay. Never mind. My mind wasn't even going there. I was just thinking that thing's got a big mouth.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. He's eating banana peel. It looked like so. I mean, you know,
Oh yeah, you didn't know that.
yeah. Wow.
See, they,
Yeah.
Maybe that's what we need to
damaged
get
several cars.
Yeah.
here
hey,
instead.
Carl,
Uh-huh.
you need to change that sign right there,
Oh, okay. I'll take a screenshot of it then.
and don't leave. Okay, get a screenshot of it and change it to cassowaries have killed speeding cars.
Speeding cars. Yeah, exactly. Because that's what most people are going to look at. They're going to say, "Oh, I don't care about a cassowary. Oh, wait a minute, I do care about my car, though. Maybe I better." slow
Yeah.
down." Mhm.
What did I say? Which thing did I say? Thesis. I said a few things, and I'm having a weird night. So
I think you're okay.
no, I know. I want to know what I said though, because he said, "Thank God I said it." Me. Thank God Dawn said it, which is me.
Who said that?
Thesis said,
Thesis.
"Thank God
Oh,
Dawn
Jesus.
said it."
Oh,
And
okay.
I don't know what I said.
Oh.
Aha.
Donna said she's done editing my book. Oh boy.
Now for the rewrite.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, I told Carl not the green room.
Oh, yes, about the bananas. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
I usually behave on other people's shows. Which,
Well, the other person whose show this belongs to, he didn't want to be here tonight, so it's fair game, right?
whatever. Yeah, I guess.
Yep,
Well,
this is the banana thing. Yep.
At least one night, Aunt Donna came on here, and Joe Dog asked her if she was feeling all right because she hadn't cursed once. And she's like, not on somebody else's show. Like, yep, you gotta have standards. Not really high standards, but standards.
I'm glad you corrected that.
Like I say, I'm the quiet, well-behaved one in the Witzman family. So if that tells you anything at all, only my sister would beat me out for being quieter.
Oh my goodness, that reminds me.
I was trying to hear if I could hear Donna laughing in the background after that comment.
No, she knows. She's met him. Yeah.
Carl,
Yes.
I had a dream the other night where I got pulled over by your brother.
Oh no. Uh-oh.
And I had to explain to him that there's no way he's going to entrap me into any damn in statements whatsoever. And I'm going, no, haven't done that in about 20 years. And no, I haven't had a drink yet either. I'm driving.
Yeah.
Oh, don't know why that happened whatsoever. I've never even met your brother. I don't even know what he looks like, except I imagine he looks a little bit like you. Little bit.
A little bit. Without
Not
the
as
beard.
Not as handsome, but
Oh, thanks. Without the long beard and without the he has hair still somewhat. I just took care of that, you know.
I haven't the faintest. Maybe I went to an alternate dimension. I don't know. At least I don't sleepwalk anymore.
I don't know that I have any decent pictures of him except the one that I put the gravy stain on. I'll have to dig that out again. I was telling that story. Yeah, we had to. We went to his house. My sister was here up, and her husband, and of course Donna and I went over, and he was cooking. He got a little gravy stain on his shirt, and Peggy's like, "I want to take a picture of all of us together." He's like, "Well, I got to change my shirt first." He's very vain. Okay. So he goes and changes, and we take the picture, and then I got the picture from my sister, and of course I put when photoshopped a big gravy stain on his shirt, and then posted it. He was
Less than
somewhat
happy.
amused, but I know he was less than happy about me.
Would he be expected less out of you?
I am like I say, I'm the quiet one. Sometimes I get away with stuff that people don't think I'm going to go do, which is great. Bladed
Yeah.
Diesel knows a guy that works at Walmart that could be my twin. Yeah. Ooh. I have a twin in this area too. I have seen him. That was freaky. I saw him when I was in high school, and he lived in another town, and we were playing in a basketball game, and I saw him across the gym. I couldn't get over there fast enough to actually catch him. But I thought, man, I got to go talk to that poor guy. Looks like me.
My first wife, after we'd separated,
Mhm.
had gone out. I don't even know if she was on a date, but she was out to a movie theater for some reason. And there was a guy in the audience she swore was me. Same hat, same glasses, same mustache, same clothes, same wallet with the biker chain and everything that I used to sport back then when I rode a bike. And she almost went up and started an altercation because she thought it was me.
Mm-hmm. And you weren't supposed to be there.
I was nowhere near there. I believe I was probably at work on night shift at that time. But like I said, we were separated at that time, about to get divorced, and naturally she wanted to continue her usual bad behavior. And that time she would have got really locked up because wouldn't have been no excuse.
Oh yeah.
Or have I ever told you guys when I was in Berlin and I used to go downtown to the Europa Center? Me and a friend of mine went down there one day, and there was this bar, there's nobody in it. So we went there to we'd been walking around a bit, so we stopped to get a beer, and we were sitting there. There was a big soccer match on, you know. All of a sudden, people started coming into the bar. And I'm kind of paying attention to the soccer match. He's kind of paying attention. All these people, and it starts getting loud, people coming in. And he taps me and he goes, "Hey, what? I think this is a gay bar." Okay. And turns out this was the bar where the actors in the cabaret, there's a cabaret theater in the Europa Center. This was the bar where the cabaret actors would come and hang out at after their shows. And we're like, let's finish our beer and go do some shopping. You know? And a lot of them, and here's what's funny, a lot of them are still wearing the makeup. And
I get it.
Yeah, it's just, it's funny. You had to have been there. But
no, I get it though, that they're like, if we're going to our normal little stomping ground after a show, why do all
take
that?
out the grease paint?
Wind down.
But it was kind of funny because it wasn't really, it was a sports bar. You know, it wasn't exactly the kind of bar you expect cabaret, you know, actors to be in. And it's nice.
Sorry, cat fight.
Which two?
Probably Calvin trying to sniff Kiddo, and she does not appreciate being sniffed. And I heard, and I'm like, okay. But Donna thought it was in a different room than what I thought it was in. So she's out there searching too. And she's like, somebody was up on my dresser. I'm like, oh boy. Okay.
Yeah, there's that silly damn metric clock I was looking for. Let me see here. Bring that up. All right. There's that. See if I can. Yeah, that whatever that is. set theory clock for the Berlin clock.
Yeah. Mingenla Uhr.
It's an algebra clock?
Uh,
I mean, set theory is the beginning of algebra, but
Mm-hmm.
this is interesting. The clock may be the key to the unsolved section of Kryptos, a sculpture at the CIA headquarters. After revealing that part of the deciphered text of the sculpture in position 64 to 69 reads Berlin, the sculptor, Jim Sanborn, gave the New York Times another clue.
Thank you.
weird.
Ain't it, though?
Interesting.
And
Oh, Lord, I can understand it.
can you?
Yeah.
Okay, that's,
Yeah.
1, 2, 3,
That's
4, 5.
That's 4-minute sections, and every time one of them gets to a 5,
Mhm.
the next row up shifts over.
Yeah.
And then it's got, 8 hours? Oh, wait a minute. I see how it is. 4 4-hour sections.
Mhm.
Does that sound right?
Oh. Okay. No way. Okay. The minutes go by at the bottom, then they slip up to the next row.
In 5-minute increments.
And
And
then,
those are
that
5-minute
would,
increments.
and then that would have to slide up to the next row. And I imagine the flashing light at the top is telling you the tens. So it's past. Yeah. Wow.
No wonder the CIA
Okay,
would pick
supposedly
it.
this clock is displaying 10:31.
Hmm.
So there's your 1 minute.
Mm-hmm.
There's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay.
Okay.
And 10.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, you got 2 right at the top, so 5, 10.
Okay, that makes sense. 5, 10,
Okay.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. No, I can't be right. 10, 15, 20. Then
If they're
20,
8, then you get 2
40,
dots in
60,
each one.
80. No, that's.
Oh, I have an idea. I suppose this is my guess, is at the top. Go back to that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Blah, 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 blah.
My guess is at the top line, the next, like the first line of red,
Yeah.
it goes probably
Oh,
red with 1 dot, red with 1 dot, red with 1 dot, red with 1 dot, and then it goes red to 2 dots
oh yeah.
or something. 8, 9, 10. It probably does both lines of
That'd give you
red
8.
with
That
1
would give
dot,
you 6.
and then it goes back up to do 2 dots, and that would be 8, 9, 10.
Wow.
Okay, 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, 4 hour, 5 hours, 6 hour, 7 hour, 8 hour, 9 hour, 10 hours.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So go 24 hours. Yeah. Well, okay. Wow.
It's a Chisenbop clock. Try saying that 3 times fast.
Mhm.
I'd rather not, thank you.
And that's its original location.
Okay.
Down the street, and they moved it over to the Europa Center, close to the other clock.
Can you imagine people who, when you're first starting to learn that, you'd be like, okay, now how many is this? How many is that? But after you learned it, it would be like natural. It would feel natural.
Oh, yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Well, it's if you look at an analog clock, when you first look at one of those, you're going to be like, what the hell?
Yeah. Apparently, he says, there are several interesting clocks in Berlin. The guy who did the CIA crypto thing.
Oh, okay.
So apparently, I think the other clock might be.
I actually have a clock that runs backwards on the wall right here.
Hmm.
And
My uncle had one of those above his bar. That was interesting.
yeah, a counter clock.
Uh-huh.
I always wanted to put the counter clock above my bar
Mm-hmm.
with a mirror underneath it,
Uh-uh.
and then a normal clock on the other wall on the other side of the kitchen.
Okay.
So that you go, where does the mirror stop? Oh, but I've gotten so used to this thing that I don't even have to adjust to read it backwards the way it is. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's perfectly comprehensible. And then I've got my weather alert radio set up on military time. So if I take a sudden nap in the afternoon, I just look at that thing and
Who
go,
goes off and
oh, it is after dark. I didn't sleep through the whole day. It's only 7 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
Because there was one time where I had been on night shift, took a long nap, woke up. It was broad daylight. I went off to one of the local fast food places and tried to get breakfast biscuits and coffee,
Mm.
and found out it was 7 p.m., not 7 a.m.
Yeah. Must have been
I thought I
something
just took a
summertime.
short nap. No, I'd slept all.
Yeah, you can do that in the summertime when the days are longer.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, Donna hates analog clocks.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, she missed a lot of school because of her sickness. She was when she was a child, and so
Yep.
she missed learning about all that. So she was so glad when digital clocks came in. My first digital clock I ever had was one of those with the numbers that would flip over.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I love those things. Yeah.
And if you had to
Whenever I
set
hear
it,
somebody talk about one of
you
those
had to
clocks,
set
I
it,
think
you had
of
to dial, and you had to
Mhm.
numbers fly over.
Through all the numbers. Yeah.
Groundhog Day when you see the numbers. flip.
Yeah. That's the kind of clock I had back then.
Did you have the Felix the Cat clock?
No,
The tail was the pendulum, and the eyes went back and forth.
Oh, Donna's got one of those that's got Garfield. I don't think she's got it running, but yeah.
one of my grandmothers had one that was an owl.
I've seen those too.
Yes, thesis.
Mhm.
Number one, great philosopher George Carlin. I agree with that. Number two, yes, I've done that.
Mhm. I've done that when I was sick. When you're not feeling well and you sleep through a weird time and then you wake up and you're like, huh? What?
Yeah.
Been there.
Well, I mean that's no different than when I went from being on swing shift all the time to being on daytime only,
Mm-hmm.
and I would wake up at about 3 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
have to go to the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Would not fully wake up. I would come back through my walk-in closet, get dressed, put my shoes on, go out, start the car, and be halfway to work before I realized my alarm clock's not going to go off for another 3 hours.
Yeah.
I had to turn around, come home. Lindsay was so worried about me because I did that so often when I was trying to transition from being on God only knows what time of day it is. I don't care. If it's 7 o'clock, I'm going to work,
Mm-hmm.
to daylight only.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm transitioning to
Who the F cares?
only
Except for
only
Monday,
reason I
Wednesday,
got an
Friday.
alarm set now is because I would like to watch. Never mind the furthermore Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
I just said, except for Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It'll make
And that's going to take me some getting used to because Friday's going to be really difficult after Stupid O'Clock and Last Man Standing on Thursday
Mhm.
nights.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing Nick doesn't have a show on Sunday morning. I'd never see it. Not ever.
I don't know anybody that has a show on Sunday anymore.
Willow every other Sunday.
Oh yeah, Sunday night. Yeah.
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 I don't know anybody. Well, Corporal's Corner has a show. Well, not a show, but a video to upload every Sunday.
Oh.
He does camping and primitive construction, camping gear and stuff like that. Survive. Well, not. I don't want to call it survivalist because it's not really like that. But it's not prepper or anything. It's just, hey, if you grew up like this, this would be fun. Or if you're in the military, this would be fun. Or I'm ex-military. Here I am putting my skills to use, making a hunting camp out of found stuff in a tarp.
Oh yeah, yeah, those are interesting.
Yeah,
I did not.
he's
I forgot
actually
about that one, Donna,
he's
and
actually
Lisa,
had
don't.
a couple of shows lately where he forged a bronze axe and bronze arrowhead and used authentic methods to create the handles for them. Really neat guy. He does a lot of ironworking in a forge he's got and stuff like that. It's just one of those things. I caught on to it several years back and went ahead and subscribed, and now he drops a midweek video that's very short, and then every Sunday he's got overnight camping and doing this. Also shows good recipes to cook on a campfire.
Good skills to have.
Oh yeah, well, stuff like I grew up with, basically.
Dawn, were you talking to Donna?
Well, Bladed Thesis said that he's going to move his show to Sunday morning just to mess with everyone. And Donna's reminding us that Indie Comics Network has Sunday Funnies on Sunday morning.
I never watched that. I didn't know she did either, but okay.
I don't think I've ever watched it, but it doesn't mean that I can't try it out.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking of the wrong group. Sorry.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, you were thinking of what I was thinking of.
Yeah, and that's a podcast with no pictures. So how am I supposed to stay awake?
Oh, she doesn't, but she promotes Nita's.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah. I was going to say, because there's one of those shows that's on at like 5 a.m. in the morning, and Brian K. Morris gets up for it. And I'm like, really? You can't even get to your own show on time, dude. So
he doesn't have a show. There's no morning for a show he does. He just gets on there.
Yeah. But he's always like 2 minutes late. And I always said, well, Indiana is either 58 minutes ahead of us or an hour and 2 minutes ahead of us. Because obviously, because he keeps saying, oh, I'm here on time. I'm like, yeah, right. Okay. Sure.
I'm here. It's time. That's hey, and it wouldn't surprise me if Brian quoted that one day.
A wizard is never early. A wizard arrives exactly when he wants to.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Dawn's getting the sock out.
I can't believe this.
Uh-oh.
It's almost. Oh my God! Look, it matches.
Ooh.
Do you see where the sock starts and the sweatshirt starts?
She disappeared all of a sudden.
Camouflage. rather donaflage.
I shared a video today of this gal that does costumes and things. You know, she does cosplays, but she also makes her own costumes. And of course, I watch her because she's got red hair. But she makes interesting costumes every once in a while. But she's hilarious when she's making them. But this time it was she wanted to blend into her wallpaper. So she made a dress that blended into her wallpaper. And to do it, she made the dress, and then she had to project a picture of the wall on that wall, and then put the dress up there and hand paint the dress. And it took her like 3 days to get this project done. But she was just like, "Oh, I'm so delighted I did this. It was crazy. I'd never do it again." But the thrill I got from just disappearing into the wallpaper, and I'm like, okay. Whatever floats your boat, girl.
You really don't stream until in the morning, and much less strain first thing in the day.
Yeah.
I guess mine turns off after 10 p.m.
There's a mouth filter?
Doesn't work. I'll tell you that right now. It doesn't work. It's never worked for me.
Earlier, we were talking about that I worked in a lot of retail and customer service, and I could turn off cursing. I mean, it was a light switch. I mean, on, off, on, off. Now, that switch is fried, and
aren't you happy?
Fuck yeah! I mean, yes.
See, it's so freeing to be able to be yourself finally.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I always liked those sergeants in the Army that didn't use actual profanity. They made up stuff as they went along. You know, this.
Aftermarket.
With my luck, I get a mouth filter, and it'd be made by Tesla, and it wouldn't work in the winter.
But it's just, well, yeah, it's not going to work. So that's when the F-bombs really start rolling.
Oh,
I have to recharge my mouth filter. You know,
it only works when it's fully charged. Oh,
Around our family reunions, the cousins would always have the most fun when some little kid started cursing. They would like encourage them, like, "Go tell your mom this. Go tell your mom this word." Like, oh, really? Okay.
Oh, my mother always got on to me when I started calling out one of the cousins or nieces or nephews or whatever that was really acting up.
Mm-hmm.
And I just couldn't take it anymore. And industrial language is one of the few that I do speak fluently. So
Remember, Ted's a sailor in the Navy, and he said there's things that's coming out of my mouth that would make a sailor blush.
Hey, I can understand. If he needs a refresher course, tell him to get in touch with me. I still remember most of the vocabulary.
That comes out of my mouth of words. Damn,
Just
baby.
saying.
one of my friends on Facebook, I was trying to find it real quick. His kid got sent home with a disciplinary note. And apparently they were cleaning up after playtime, and the kid was picking up Legos, and he dropped the whole box of Legos after he got it about halfway full. And when it hit the floor and scattered everywhere, the kid goes, "Jesus Christ." And they sent him home and said it was inappropriate language. But here's what's funny. They don't allow prayer in schools, and there's supposed to be a separation of church and state. What?
I'm following what you're throwing
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
it ain't like he said, a curse word. It's,
Right.
Right.
Yeah. That's like that thing that Nick had posted in our humor group that was or no, maybe it wasn't Nick. Somebody posted the Amish microwave popcorn. And everybody
craft electrons.
going, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, well, who's the comedian that did the joke? He would always make fun of the Amish. And he says, technically that's like discrimination, but who cares? They're not going to see it anyway.
Yeah. I would make that same kind of joke on some of these internet shows. I'd make fun and say, "Oh, well, they won't see this."
I'd like to thank all our Amish viewers.
When it comes to kids swearing, though, my niece, she's 17 now. So this happened quite a few years ago. We were playing that little fishing game that you get where it goes in a circle and you're trying to catch the fish as it opens its mouth. So we're sitting there trying to play it, and she's like, "Open your mouth, you little bastard." She's probably about 3 or 4 at the time. And I'm trying not to do the laughing thing. And I turn and I look and I go, what did you say? Because I wanted to make sure I heard her right. She goes, "Well, the little bastard won't open his mouth." We lost it. I mean, it was one of those, like, the fact that she used it correctly in 2 different, and I was like, I'm proud of you for that, but don't use that word no more.
You've heard that before.
Don't do that in front of your mother.
Well, she was playing. It was the 3 of us, me and my sister and my niece, playing the fishing game. And I was trying not to laugh. I mean, I was crying, trying not to laugh because you don't want to laugh in front of them.
Because they'll do it all the more.
Right. Well, and honestly, she wasn't even catching on while we were laughing. Because to her, the little bastard wasn't opening his mouth. She didn't understand.
Yeah.
Well, I can just say, just don't say that in front of your mother. Who do you think taught me?
My mom had a foster kid that he was cursing one day. I said, little kids aren't supposed to say that. He kind of got all depressed about it. And I said, but just so you know, when you grow up and you're old enough to pick your own words, you used it right.
That's exactly. I was so proud of her that she used it in the sense and perfect sentence structure both times.
Yeah.
All right, John, I'm opening up the other show. It's just about time to
Does that mean we got to say goodbye to everybody? Because we had a really good group of viewers today.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
Audience participation.
Hopefully they will follow us across.
Yes. Well, actually, I'm probably going to be heading to bed.
I'm definitely heading to bed because I've been awake for 38 hours now. So,
I'm going to trade places with Aunt Donna, so she'll probably come in here.
All right. So say goodnight, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
I have slept the surly bonds of earth and danced the skies on laughter-silvered wings. Sunward I've climbed and joined the tumbling mirth of sun-split clouds and done 100 things you have not dreamed of. Wheeled and soared and swung high in the sunlit silence. Hovering there, I've chased the shouting wind along and flung my eager craft through footless halls of air. Up, up the long, delirious, burning blue, I topped the windswept heights with easy grace, when never lark nor even eagle flew. And while with silent, lifting mind, I trod the high, untrespassed sanctity of space, put out my hand and touched the face of God.